Do you ever walk into a room and feel yourself fade to the edges? People chatting past you, the server taking the younger table first, the mirror reflecting a woman you don't quite recognize even though your mind is as sharp, loving, and alive as ever. If that sting feels familiar at 50 or 60, you're not imagining it. Visibility can slip, and with it, confidence. Now imagine the opposite. You enter, and there's a hush of recognition. Eyes soften. Conversations open. You haven't changed your face or your values. You've changed a few strategic colors. Welcome to Golden After 60, where we don't chase youth, we clarify presence. Today, we're revealing 10 psychology-backed colors that quietly rewrite first impressions. Colors that brighten silver hair, warm skin, and broadcast wise, magnetic energy without a single word. These aren't fashion gimmicks. They're confidence tools you can put on like armor that feels like silk. If this speaks to you, stay close. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing so these tools are there the next time you need them. Tell me in the comments where you're watching from. I'd love to cheer you on by name as we unlock the palette that helps the world see the woman you've always been. Secret color number 1. Navy blue, the trust builder. Navy blue works because it's softer than black but just as refined, and that nuance matters on mature skin. Where black can cast hard shadows and sharpen lines, navy creates a smoother transition between fabric and face, lifting rather than draining your features. Color psychology consistently links deeper blues to trust, competence, and reliability. The exact signals you want in social settings, volunteer leadership, or even first dates. On a nervous system level, blue wavelengths are processed as calming, which lowers the perceived threat of an interaction and invites easier conversation. In other words, navy cues, "You're safe with me," while still reading polished and put together. That combination of warmth and authority is rare, and it's why navy quietly outperforms trend colors year after year. In my view, navy is the silent hero of a 60-plus wardrobe because it does 3 things at once. It respects your lived-in elegance, it modernizes your silhouette, and it never competes with your face. It doesn't demand attention, it earns it. When you need a go-anywhere outfit that looks intentional without feeling try-hard, reach for navy. It's the color of capable women catching up over coffee, of grandmothers taking a bow at recitals, of mentors who know when to listen and when to lead. When you put on navy, you feel steadier, you stand a little taller, and you carry yourself like the main character in your own story. Because you are. I think about Carol, a 70-year-old retired teacher from Boston who used to believe only bold brights turned heads. For her granddaughter's graduation, she tried a simple navy blazer over a cream blouse, and something shifted. People complimented her before she even found her seat. Men held doors. Strangers made eye contact and smiled. Over the next few weeks, Carol noticed she was walking into rooms with more ease, shoulders relaxed, chin lifted. She started calling those pieces. Her blazer, a wrap dress, tailored pants. Her navy confidence wardrobe. Nothing else in her life changed. The color simply reframed how others saw her and reminded her of the woman she's always been. Gracious, capable, unforgettable. If you're ready to let navy do that work for you, start with one impeccably fitted piece and build from there. A structured navy blazer sharpens your shape without stiffness, while a wrap dress in deep navy skims beautifully and reads both classic and current. Pair navy with cream or white near the face to brighten your complexion, and add a printed silk scarf if you want personality without noise. Prioritize clean lines and tailoring. Hems that hit the right spot, shoulder seams that sit correctly, waists that define rather than squeeze. Those quiet details are where navy shines, turning nice outfit into who is she. Secret color number 2, soft peach, the youth enhancer. Soft peach works because it reflects warm light back onto your skin, almost like a built-in diffuser. That warmth softens the look of fine lines, brightens the under-eye area, and adds a gentle vitality to mature complexions. Makeup artists often call this the lucency effect. When a warm pastel sits near the face, it bounces light in a flattering, low-contrast way that reads as rested and refreshed on camera and in person. If you have cooler undertones, lean toward a dusty peach that has a whisper of pink. If you run warm, a sun-kissed apricot peach will feel seamless. Either way, the psychology lands the same. Soft peach signals approachability and kindness, so people feel comfortable initiating conversation, while you feel naturally illuminated rather than made up. To me, soft peach is like wearing a sunrise. Quietly optimistic, tender, and undeniably life-affirming. It doesn't demand attention, it invites it. The moment you slip it on, your posture changes a touch, your smile comes a little easier, and that subtle lift shows up in how others respond. There's real psychology behind that shift. When we see warmth near the face, our brains tag the wearer as friendly and open, which creates a halo effect around everything else you communicate. The key is choosing the right texture and depth so the color looks intentional, not juvenile. Think silk, cashmere, fine-gauge knits, or a soft sheen cotton. Avoid neon peaches that push into fluorescent territory. In daylight, soft peach reads fresh. Under evening lights, it turns candlelit. One color, two moods, both flattering. Meet Linda, a 68-year-old retired librarian from Chicago who lived in dark, slimming tones for years. Her daughter coaxed her into a soft peach cashmere sweater for a Sunday brunch, and the world reacted instantly. 3 different people stopped to say, "You look radiant," and a gentleman at the cafe asked if she'd join him for coffee sometime. What surprised Linda most wasn't the attention. It was how she felt wearing it. Lighter on her feet, more playful in conversation, and, in her words, feminine in a way that feels fully my age. She now reaches for peach at least once a week for everything from grandkids' recitals to museum days. The sweater didn't change her. It revealed her glow and gave everyone else permission to notice it. If you're ready to try it, start close to the face where the payoff is highest. A soft peach blouse, a scarf with a gentle sheen, or a fine knit tee that skims rather than clings. Pair it with grounded neutrals like navy, gray, or chocolate brown to keep the look sophisticated. Dark denim, camel trousers, or a dove gray skirt make perfect partners. In cooler months, layer a navy blazer or oatmeal cardigan over peach to ease into the shade while keeping warmth and depth. In spring, let peach sit on its own with ivory to amplify that lit-from-within effect. Consider echoing the tone with a sheer rose peach lipstick or a light cream blush so your features and clothing harmonize. And if head-to-toe feels bold, keep it simple. A peach silk scarf at the collar can do more for your glow than a brand-new dress. Secret color number 3. Royal purple, the sophistication signal. Royal purple earns its reputation the old-fashioned way, through centuries of association with royalty, creativity, and wisdom. And modern psychology still reads it that way. Deeper purples blend red's energy with blue's composure, so the eye reads both vitality and restraint at once, which is why people often perceive the wearer as intelligent, elegant, and in command without seeming loud. On mature complexions, royal purple adds depth without harsh contrast, especially if your hair has gone silver or salt-and pepper. It frames the face, brightens the eyes, and softens shadows in a way stark black rarely does. In evening lighting, saturated purples look plush and expensive, and in daylight they stay rich instead of flat. If navy tells the room, "You can trust me," royal purple adds, and you'll remember me, a powerful combination for any woman over 60 who wants presence without pretense. Think of royal purple as your crown. Regal, bold, and gracefully quiet. It isn't a shout, it's a steady tone that says you've done the work, learned the lessons, and now choose to be seen. When you put it on, your posture changes first. Shoulders settle back, chin lifts, breath slows. That's the psychological magic. Color cues behavior, behavior cues perception. Royal purple invites conversation instead of demanding attention, and it flatters the way you carry wisdom, warm, composed, and a little mysterious. If you've ever felt torn between classic and artistic, purple lets you be both. Structured enough for a meeting, expressive enough for a gallery, and always respectful of the woman you've become. Margaret, a 72-year-old retired nurse from New York, told me she hadn't dressed up in years and felt like a supporting character at family events. For her niece's wedding, she chose a simple, well-cut dress in royal purple. Nothing flashy, just clean lines and a soft drape. The change was immediate. People looked up when she walked in. A cousin whispered, "You look like a queen." During the reception, strangers asked where she found the dress, and the photographer pulled her into more photos. Margaret said it wasn't the compliments that moved her. It was how she felt in her own skin, bolder, taller, elegantly alive. The dress didn't make her someone new. It spotlighted who she already was. To wear royal purple well, let the color do the heavy lifting and keep everything else simple and polished. For formal events, a purple gown or cocktail dress in crepe, satin, or silk jersey will read luxurious without stiffness. Pair with understated jewelry. Pearls, a slim cuff or delicate drop earrings, and neutral heels. For daytime, choose a purple blouse, cardigan, or scarf with ivory, charcoal, or top trousers. A soft berry lipstick and defined brows harmonize beautifully with the hue. If your undertone runs cool, lean toward amethyst or blueberry purple. If you're warmer, try plum or eggplant. Monochrome can be stunning. Think varying textures of purple, or break it up with a single metallic accent in silver or soft gold. Avoid busy prints competing with the color. Tailored silhouettes and clean necklines keep the look elevated. When in doubt, place purple near your face, a wrap, shell, or scarf. So its sophisticated signal frames your expression and lets your quiet power lead. Secret color number 4, emerald green, the energy booster. Emerald green works because it carries the life and balance of nature straight into your outfit. It's the shade of new leaves after a spring rain. Renewal, growth, vitality. And that message reads instantly to the eye. On mature complexions, emerald has just enough depth to brighten without shouting. It lifts the skin, sharpens the whites of the eyes, and creates a calm, harmonious frame around the face. It also communicates approachability. Where red can feel assertive and black can feel distant, emerald signals, "I'm open and fully alive." That combination, vibrant yet grounded, is why the color feels both energizing and soothing, a rare sweet spot that helps you look refreshed and present without overpowering your natural features. To me, emerald green feels like stepping out onto a sunlit porch and taking the first deep breath of the day. There's an instant lift in mood and posture. You stand longer in the mirror, you smile a little sooner, and you're more willing to meet the moment. Unlike neon greens that can glare on camera, emerald reads sophisticated on video calls and in photographs. It's vivid but elegant. It plays beautifully with silver, salt and pepper, and warm brunette hair, and it flatters both cool and warm undertones when the fabric has a touch of richness. Think fine gauge knits, soft suiting, or a lightly textured silk. When you wear it, you don't disappear into your outfit. The color carries your warmth forward. Consider Susan, a 65-year-old retired educator from Portland who grabbed an emerald jacket on a whim last spring. She wore it to the Saturday farmer's market over a simple tee and jeans. No special makeup, no elaborate accessories. The difference was immediate. People made eye contact, vendors lingered in conversation, and two friends told her she looked rested and radiant. Susan noticed it too. She moved through the stalls with a little more bounce, laughed a little louder, and felt more engaged in every exchange. That jacket became her pick-me-up piece, something she reaches for on gray mornings, before coffee dates, or when she wants to feel more present. The color didn't change who she is, it let the best parts of her step forward. If you're ready to bring emerald into your rotation, start with an outer layer. A jacket, cardigan, or coat, because a near-face pop gives maximum return with minimal effort. Keep the rest of the look crisp and unfussy so the color can sing. Beige trousers and loafers for daytime ease, navy slacks for polish, or a white tee for weekend freshness. If you enjoy movement, emerald activewear. A windbreaker, quarter zip, or yoga top. Adds a stylish mood lift to your walk or class. Prefer a subtler approach. Try an emerald scarf, earrings with greenstone accents, or a structured handbag. The goal isn't to wear more color, it's to wear the right color where it matters most. Close to your face, where your vitality lives. Secret color number 5. Classic red, the confidence amplifier. Red works because it pulls the eye faster than almost any other hue. It's the visual equivalent of a drumbeat. On camera and in real life, that hit of saturated warmth can heighten alertness in the viewer and nudge you into taller posture, which reads as presence. It flatters mature skin by bringing back warmth and definition around the face, and it photographs beautifully under indoor lighting, where cooler neutrals can wash out. People consistently describe red as passionate, powerful, and energetic, so when you wear it, especially after 60, you're harnessing a cultural shorthand that says you're vibrant and fully engaged with your life. Think of it as spotlight color. It doesn't change who you are. It helps everyone notice the woman you've always been. My take is simple. Red is a declaration. It says, I'm here and I'm not asking permission to shine. There's a liberating quality to that, particularly for women who have spent decades being the steady anchor for everyone else. The right red doesn't overwhelm. It aligns with your undertone so your features do the talking. Blue-based reds, cherry, cranberry, ruby, can make teeth look brighter and cool complexions glow, while warmer tomato or poppy reds light up golden and olive skin. Texture matters too. A matte crepe or structured pont feels refined for day. Satin or silk adds evening drama without shouting. When you step into red intentionally. Good tailoring, clean lines, you don't look like you're trying hard. You look like you finally gave yourself permission to be seen. Patricia, a 69-year-old retired lawyer in Atlanta, used to avoid red because it felt too loud for court. Then she saw a fitted, knee-length red sheath in a boutique window and decided to try it for her nephew's wedding. The moment she zipped it up, her shoulders rolled back and her chin lifted. She looked like the most confident version of herself. At the reception, compliments followed her from the appetizer table to the dance floor. You own the room, one guest said. That night reframed red for her, not as a risk, but as reinforcement. Weeks later, she wore a red blazer over a simple ivory blouse to a community board meeting. She didn't speak any louder, but people listened more closely, and she left feeling unmistakably in charge of her story. Use red when you want maximum impact. Galas, anniversaries, big presentations. Through a dress, a tailored blazer, or a sleek coat. For everyday life, ease in with a red lip, scarf, flats, or a structured handbag. These small touches deliver the same energy without feeling dressed up. Keep everything else simple. Ivory, navy, charcoal, denim. So the color does the work and your silhouette stays clean. Choose a red that harmonizes with your undertone, and if facial redness is a concern, lean toward blue-based shades that counterbalance warmth. When in doubt, follow the one red rule. Let a single, beautiful red element lead, keep jewelry minimal, and let your posture finish the sentence. Red signals confidence, but the real magic is how confidently you feel when you wear it. Secret color number 6. Rich Burgundy, the sophistication enhancer. Deep burgundy works because it carries the depth of red without the intensity that can feel overwhelming. On a color wheel, it sits in that sweet spot where warmth meets restraint, so the eye reads it as rich and composed rather than loud. For many women over 60, that matters. As skin undertones soften and hair lightens, stark black can drain the face, while burgundy adds life back without glare. In natural and indoor light, its low luminance, warm undertone creates gentle contrast that smooths edges and flatters texture, which is why it photographs beautifully and feels expensive, even in simple fabrics. Psychologically, deeper reds signal quiet strength, grounded confidence, and maturity. You get the power of red tempered by poise, and people respond to that combination with ease and respect. Burgundy, to me, is like a glass of well-aged wine at dinner, warm, rich, and layered. It doesn't demand attention, it earns it. Put it on and notice how your posture shifts just a touch, how your voice slows down half a beat, how you occupy space with soft power. That's the magic. It's not a performance piece, it's a mood. Burgundy suggests you know who you are and you're not chasing the moment. You're curating it. It pairs beautifully with the textures so many of us already love in cooler months. Wool, cashmere, suede, velvet, because the color holds depth and those materials hold light. Together they create that quiet, she looks so put together effect that's hard to pin down but easy to feel. Janet, 71, a retired architect from Denver, discovered this by accident last winter. She picked up a burgundy wool coat. Clean lines, simple buttons, thinking it would just be practical. At a holiday market, people she'd never met stopped to tell her how elegant she looked. A woman selling candles leaned in and said, "That color is doing something amazing for you." On the drive home, Janet laughed and called it her secret weapon. The coat was warm, yes, but more than that, it changed her energy. She walked slower, smiled more, and felt completely at ease in her skin. For weeks afterward, she noticed longer eye contact, friendlier conversations, and a few unexpected compliments from men in line at the coffee shop. Nothing else in her outfit changed. Just the color. If you're ready to bring burgundy into your rotation, start with one hero piece for fall and winter: a tailored coat, a softly structured jacket, or a plush sweater. Let it lie close to your face so you get the full glow, then build the rest of the look with cream, navy, or gray to keep things crisp and modern. Gold accents. Simple hoops, a delicate chain, a cuff. Add just enough warmth to echo the richness without crowding it. If a head-to-toe moment feels like too much, try a velvet scarf, a suede handbag, or a wine-toned lip to pull the palette together. Burgundy moves easily from daytime errands to evening dinners, and it plays nicely with denim, leather, and knits, so you can wear it often. The goal isn't to shout, it's to radiate composure, and burgundy does that effortlessly. Secret color number 7. Sunny yellow, the joy radiator. Yellow earns its place in a mature woman's palette because it does something few colors can. It lifts mood and lights the face at the same time. Psychologically, our eyes are drawn to brightness, so a sunny tone near your features naturally directs attention to your smile and eyes. On camera and in daylight, yellow reflects warm light back onto the skin, softening shadows and giving a gentle glow that reads as rested and upbeat. It also pairs beautifully with silver or salt and pepper hair, creating a radiant contrast without the severity of stark white. If you've worried yellow might be too much, remember that saturation is a dial, not a switch. Soft buttercream and pale lemon quietly flatter, while sunflower and marigold bring more energy. Both families can feel modern and elegant after 60. To me, wearing yellow feels like choosing to share sunshine. It's not performative or loud, it's an invitation. When I reach for a warm, cheerful tone, say, a lemon scarf on a gray errand day, I notice how people respond. Cashiers linger in conversation, neighbors wave from across the street, and I catch my own reflection looking more awake and open. After 60, presence isn't about competing for attention. It's about projecting the vitality you already carry. Yellow amplifies that vitality without pretending to be something you're not. The key is intention. Choose a shade that supports your complexion and a fabric that drapes softly, so the color reads as easeful and friendly rather than neon or novelty. Think of it as a mood you wear. Optimism, warmth, and a touch of play. Dorothy, 67, a retired teacher from Austin, discovered this by accident. One humid July afternoon, she slipped on a breezy yellow button-down because everything else felt heavy. At a garden party that evening, compliments started the moment she walked in. A friend squeezed her hand and said, "You look like you're glowing from the inside out," and Dorothy laughed because that was exactly how she felt. Lighter, brighter, less self-conscious. She noticed conversations flowed more easily. People seemed to approach her with smiles before she even spoke. The next week, she wore the same shirt to the farmer's market and got the same reaction from a stranger in the flower aisle. Now, she keeps yellow within reach for days when she wants her spirit to show up before she does. If you're ready to try it, start with placement and pairing. For instant lift, keep yellow near your face. An airy blouse, silky scarf, or knit tee. Then ground it with familiar neutrals like white linen pants, soft denim, camel, or navy to keep the look crisp and grown up. If bold color excites you, a sunny dress is effortless for warm weather outings. If you're color shy, begin with accessories. Earrings, a tote, sandals, or a narrow belt. For a gentle pop, pay attention to undertones. Buttery pastels flatter most complexions, while deeper mustard or goldenrod feels rich in late summer and early fall. Let texture do the work too. Breathable cottons and linens keep yellow sophisticated, not flashy. A sheer rose or coral lip harmonizes beautifully, and if a bright shade worries you, layer a light cardigan in ivory or taupe to soften the effect while keeping the radiance. Secret color number 8. Pure ivory, the elegant classic. Yellow earns its place in a mature woman's palette because it does something few colors can. It lifts mood and lights the face at the same time. Psychologically, our eyes are drawn to brightness, so a sunny tone near your features naturally directs attention to your smile and eyes. On camera and in daylight, yellow reflects warm light back onto the skin, softening shadows and giving a gentle glow that reads as rested and upbeat. It also pairs beautifully with silver or salt and pepper hair, creating a radiant contrast without the severity of stark white. If you've worried yellow might be too much, remember that saturation is a dial, not a switch. Soft buttercream and pale lemon quietly flatter, while sunflower and marigold bring more energy. Both families can feel modern and elegant after 60. To me, wearing yellow feels like choosing to share sunshine. It's not performative or loud, it's an invitation. When I reach for a warm, cheerful tone, say, a lemon scarf on a gray errand day, I notice how people respond. Cashiers linger in conversation, neighbors wave from across the street, and I catch my own reflection looking more awake and open. After 60, presence isn't about competing for attention. It's about projecting the vitality you already carry. Yellow amplifies that vitality without pretending to be something you're not. The key is intention. Choose a shade that supports your complexion and a fabric that drapes softly, so the color reads as easeful and friendly rather than neon or novelty. Think of it as a mood you wear: optimism, warmth, and a touch of play. Dorothy, 67, a retired teacher from Austin, discovered this by accident. One humid July afternoon, she slipped on a breezy yellow button-down because everything else felt heavy. At a garden party that evening, compliments started the moment she walked in. A friend squeezed her hand and said, "You look like you're glowing from the inside out," and Dorothy laughed because that was exactly how she felt. Lighter, brighter, less self-conscious. She noticed conversations flowed more easily. People seemed to approach her with smiles before she even spoke. The next week, she wore the same shirt to the farmer's market and got the same reaction from a stranger in the flower aisle. Now, she keeps yellow within reach for days when she wants her spirit to show up before she does. If you're ready to try it, start with placement and pairing. For instant lift, keep yellow near your face. An airy blouse, silky scarf, or knit tee. Then ground it with familiar neutrals like white linen pants, soft denim, camel, or navy to keep the look crisp and grown up. If bold color excites you, a sunny dress is effortless for warm weather outings. If you're color shy, begin with accessories: earrings, a tote, sandals, or a narrow belt. For a gentle pop, pay attention to undertones. Buttery pastels flatter most complexions, while deeper mustard or goldenrod feels rich in late summer and early fall. Let texture do the work too. Breathable cottons and linens keep yellow sophisticated, not flashy. A sheer rose or coral lip harmonizes beautifully, and if a bright shade worries you, layer a light cardigan in ivory or taupe to soften the effect while keeping the radiance. Secret color number 9. Teal turquoise, the conversation opener. Teal works because it lives where calming blue meets energizing green, creating a signal of poised vitality. Collected yet lively, serene yet engaging. In social settings, that blend matters. Blue cues steadiness, trust, and intelligence, while green implies renewal, growth, and an easy warmth people lean toward. On mature complexions, teal offers vivid contrast without the harshness some brights introduce. It quietly brightens the whites of the eyes and sharpens facial clarity, which is especially helpful on camera and in softly lit rooms. Keep in mind that color perception is shaped by context. The light around you, nearby colors, even the setting. So teal's impact can feel extra crisp in natural daylight and more velvety under evening lamps. The point isn't to chase a rulebook, it's to use teal as a friendly amplifier of what you already carry: wisdom, warmth, and presence. Insights from color psychology consistently associate blue with calm, reliability, and trust, qualities that carry over into teal's blue backbone, while cultural associations with green lean toward balance and natural harmony. Those two streams together explain why teal feels both grounded and fresh to the viewer. For golden after 60, think of teal as a bridge color. It connects youthful sparkle with seasoned depth, so you're not signaling, "I want to look 30." You're signaling, "This is what confident 60+ looks like." That confidence shows up in small ways first. Better posture, a steadier voice, more sustained eye contact, and then it shows up in how people respond to you. Teal reads welcoming rather than demanding. It's memorable without being loud. When you choose it intentionally, near your face, in a softly draped fabric, or as a clean, structured knit, you project a message that is both approachable and assured. It tells a subtle story. You're vibrant, but you don't need to shout. You're serene, but not invisible. You're present, and you plan to enjoy the conversation. A museum member's Knight, Malin, 66, worried she'd disappear into a sea of dark jackets. She took a simple navy sheath and nodded on a teal silk scarf. Nothing flashy, just a square of luminous color resting near her collarbone. 10 minutes later, by the Monet water lilies, a gentleman leaned over and asked, "That color looks incredible on you. What shade is it?" That single question opened 3 warm conversations, including one that led to a weekend docent shift she'd been quietly hoping to land. The scarf didn't turn Malin into a different person. It made her easier to notice and easier to approach. That's teal's superpower for women in our community. It invites dialogue without raising its voice. To wear teal well, bring it close to your face so the camera. And the room? Catch your glow. A scarf, a blouse with a forgiving neckline, or a lightweight knit you can layer under a blazer. Pair it with navy or gray when you want a crisp, modern palette, or with ivory when you want softness. A touch of gold jewelry adds warmth without stealing the spotlight. If your wardrobe leans minimal, a teal handbag, drop earrings, or a slim belt gives you a deliberate pop that feels curated rather than busy. Headed to the beach or a resort town, a teal wrap or kaftan photographs beautifully against sand, stone, and ocean and flatters sun-kissed skin. And if you wear glasses, consider frames with a teal accent on the temples or inner rims. Subtle from most angles, unforgettable up close. Color meanings are always filtered through context, but teal's blend of blue's trust and green's renewal makes it a remarkably reliable conversation starter for women after 60. Secret color number 10. Blush Rose Dusty Rose, the soft power signal. Blush Rose works because it communicates warmth without noise. It's a gentle pink with muted, flattering depth. Less candy, more cultured bloom. So it softens features, lifts the look of the lips, and plays beautifully with silver or salt and pepper hair. On camera and under soft indoor lighting, it creates a cohesive glow that reads healthy and engaged rather than washed out. Psychologically, pinks in this range cue empathy, openness, and emotional intelligence. They invite conversation by lowering the threat level of first impressions while still signaling presence. In the same way a kind smile relaxes a room, Blush Rose relaxes the eye. Its quiet power, approachable, refined, and instantly human. For golden after 60, I frame Blush Rose as gracious strength. The color that lets warmth do the talking while your experience holds the room. It's feminine without fragility, confident without bravado, and timeless in a way trends can't touch. When you're leading a discussion, facilitating a family gathering, or navigating a new social circle, Blush Rose signals, you can come closer, even as your posture and poise say, "I'm steady and I know who I am." That balance, soft edges with a strong center, is exactly why this shade belongs in the toolkit of a woman who has lived, learned, and intends to keep glowing forward. Elena, 64, discovered this at her book club panel. She usually wore charcoal because it felt serious, but that night she slipped on a blush rose blazer over ivory. The conversation flowed differently. Audience members approached more easily, asked more vulnerable questions, and lingered longer afterward. 2 women told her she seemed so welcoming and easy to approach, and one added, "I felt like I could ask you anything." The blazer didn't change Elena's insights. Decades of reading did, but it reframed how those insights reached people. Blush Rose didn't add volume. It turned down the static so her wisdom came through clearly. To wear it well, bring Blush Rose close to the face. A blazer, cardigan, or satin blouse, where it can bounce light and harmonize with your natural coloring. Anchor it with ivory, taupe, or soft gray for elegant continuity, and echo the tone with pearls or rose gold jewelry so the whole look feels intentional. For evening, slide a blush satin blouse under a darker jacket. The contrast creates luminosity without glare, and smart value placement subtly shapes where the eye lands. Lighter hues advance, darker hues recede, supporting balance and proportion just as color theory in fashion suggests. If pastels make you nervous, let blush appear as a floral print or geometric motif grounded by deeper neutrals, or simply tie the story together with a sheer rose lipstick that unifies your palette with almost no effort. The goal isn't pretty in pink, it's potent in pink, soft power that feels like you, only clearer. In the end, what these colors really teach us is that perception isn't shallow. It's a conversation between your skin, your personality, and the energy you bring into a room. When you choose hues that harmonize with who you are, your clothes stop acting like camouflage and start working as amplifiers. Navy steadies you with trust and poise, red turns up your courage, emerald refreshes your spirit, peach and blush rose lend tenderness and glow, burgundy settles you into composed elegance, yellow lifts your mood like sunshine, royal purple crowns your wisdom, teal invites connection, and ivory frames it all with quiet grace. None of this is about chasing youth, it's about letting your life, your stories, your humor, your hard-earned calm, be seen. So let's make this beautifully practical. Over the next week, take a gentle audit of your closet and bring one piece from each secret color into rotation. Balance those statements with neutrals that love you back. Ivory, taupe, gray, denim, navy, and make sure the fit does your posture a favor. If bold feels new, start at the edges. A scarf, a lip, a handbag, a pair of earrings. Then notice the feedback loop, the compliments, the eye contact, and most importantly, how your own shoulders lower and your smile comes easier. Use color like a mood mirror. Burgundy on days you want composure, yellow when you need a lift, navy when trust matters, emerald when you're ready for fresh air. If this chapter from Golden After 60 sparked something, joy, confidence, even a little curiosity, I'd love to hear which color you're reaching for first and why. Share your pick in the comments. Your story might be exactly what another woman needs to read today. And if you want more gentle, evidence-based style guidance made for our season of life, consider subscribing and tapping the bell so new episodes find you when you're ready for them. If a friend comes to mind, the one who's finding her glow again, send this along. Here's to choosing colors that let your authentic brilliance do the talking today and every golden day after.